¿Qué tal, familia? Bienvenidos a otro video. Ojalá que todos estén bien. If you're gonna sound like the fuck I just said what's good, family. Welcome to another video. Hope everybody's doing well. As your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, he is I is him. You know, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you've been here, I appreciate you and the support. Today's video a little bit different. It's just a raw, positive talk because, you know, I'm a part-time philosopher. So if it's not your cup of tea, there's not going to be any action, no tattoos. It's just a raw, positive talk. It's just some stuff. So if it's not your cup of tea, you can go ahead and skip on to the next video. I appreciate you anyway. So just a couple of things I do want to touch base on. The first thing, this has to do with life in general, would be how, so I was watching this channel called Soft White Underbelly, and they're interviewing this ex-gang member, and the interviewer asked him what was his biggest life lesson, and he said, just be happy. Be happy that you're even alive. That what it turned into was him stating that in life we as individuals, we have certain expectations of other people. Just because we do something for somebody, we expect the same in return, or because you might have some feelings for somebody, care for somebody, whatever the case may be, you expect them to act a certain way, and you expect them to give you back what you've given them, when it shouldn't be like that. So what that leads is to us as individuals being resentful, being angry, being mad, because we're not getting reciprocated what we expect or what we want. So again, that could tie, the way I took it is it could tie into friends, family, relationships, whatever you want to apply it to. And it's just so true. It got me thinking. It's like you be who you are and treat others, well, that you deserve to be treated well, and that are in your inner circle that you can trust. And if you don't get anything in return, I could see how, by having an expectation of, you shouldn't do something just with the expectation of having something given back to you. Do something because you want to and out of the kindness of your heart, because you genuinely care and want to help somebody out or multiple people out. So it got me thinking and self-reflecting on a bunch of other things. First point that was made is not having expectations and just be thankful. It led me to another thing that I was self-reflecting on. I remembered one of my good friends, Chris Theroden, something he used to say a long time ago was, when I would ask him if he's seen somebody that we grew up with or used to work with, he would say, it has nothing to do with me, so I don't ask any questions. So I took it back then as, okay, like, why are you isolating yourself? Like, it's okay to still communicate with people you care about or want to know, what's going on with their life about. It wasn't until recently where it made me realize, and I hit him up to tell him, like, dude, like, you were so right back then, and I didn't realize it back then, but I realize it now. It has nothing to do with being selfish or you're isolating yourself. Is that we tend to involve ourselves in things that have nothing to do with us. We start putting our time and our energy and our effort into things that have nothing to do with us. So it's not in being selfish, it's just focus on what is in your hands, focus what's going on in your life, and if it has a direct effect on your life, okay, that's something you should care about. Put your time, energy, and effort into it. And also realizing that there's going to be things that are out of your control and things that you can't change, but if it has to do with you. So we tend to, and everybody's guilty of doing it, we tend to involve and intrude ourselves in other people's lives, whether it be friends, co-workers, loved ones, whoever you care about. That's how gossip begins, because you're involving yourself in that. You're putting your time and energy when it has nothing to do with you. You shouldn't be getting involved in that. Now, whether you're just minding your own business and it happens to come to you, that's different. But you putting in this effort to get involved in something that has nothing to do with you, then that's when all this stress and this negativity comes with it, and it blinds you from what's actually happening in front of you and what's happening in your life and what's affecting you. So just like my boy Chris says, it has nothing to do with me, so I ask no questions. And then so I just started tying all of that together in my life. It just made me self-reflect a lot on realizing that I was getting upset on things that were so small and minimal that didn't require me to be upset about and wasn't worth my time or energy. And again, it's going to sound cliche, it's going to sound repetitive, but in life there are going to be things that are so small that in the grand scheme of things, it's not even worth it getting upset or angry about. You accept things for what they are and you learn from it and you move on, especially the things that you cannot control, because that's going to happen so many times. No matter what you try and do, you have no control of the outcome. So just learn from the outcome and move on. Do not get upset about it. Do not stress about it. Do not kill yourself. Do not put yourself down about it, because that's not only going to affect you personally, it's also going to affect the people around you in your inner circle to see that negativity. So what I've been doing this past few weeks, and I feel way better, I wake up every day, and it may sound stupid to some, it may sound pretty cool to others, or it may sound like cliche or whatever. What I've been doing every morning, as soon as I get up before I go to work or start my days off, whatever, what I do is I look in the mirror and I tell myself, nothing and no one is gonna ruin my day today. I'm gonna have a good day. I've been telling myself that every day for the past few weeks, and I feel better. I feel more energetic. I feel more positive, because now, again, and it's not to say that, you know, life is perfect, because we all know it's a roller coaster, but I'm starting with all those, you know, with everything that I did see from that Soft White Underbelly interview, for what my homie Chris told me, and for me, you know, affirming and assuring myself every day that I'm gonna have a good day every day. I just feel overall way better internally and externally. I still smile every day regardless, and I understand that life is gonna have its roller coasters, it's gonna have its speed bumps, and I'm just gonna live and learn and still smile no matter how hard the circumstances are. Nobody's perfect, we're gonna make mistakes, but you live and you learn and you control what you can control. So that's going to conclude the video today. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you guys for watching it all the way through. Just something I wanted to speak about, you know, and if you learn from anything, or if you agree with something, disagree with what I said, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, so I hope it helped some, and if it didn't help some, you know, it's all good. As long as I can help one person, that's all that matters. And a little bonus motivation is that no matter what you do, people are always going to talk about you, good or bad. So why care about their opinions? It shouldn't have any weight on what you do with your life or what you want to do. So just do you and be happy, and block out all that negative outside noise. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe. With that, stay blessed, stay safe, peace, and one love. You know the rest.